From the west coast of Florida, we take you now to the east coast, from the Yankees to the Mets.
Yes, Otis Livingston on the move in Tampa earlier this week. Today, he joins us from Mets camp in Port St. Lucie, still with the short sleeve shirt. Hi, Otis.
Hey, Christina, Maurice. Yeah, about a 2.5-hour drive last night from Tampa over to Port St. Lucie, and we are here. As is the case every year with the Mets, though, it's all about the health of their pitchers. If they can actually finally get a full season's rotations through this staff or close to it, we may see another postseason berth. And I am happy to announce right now that the Mets' arms are ready to go.
The unmistakable sights and sounds of spring. It's the first time Mickey Callaway is seeing and hearing them as manager of his own team, and he's busy infusing his philosophy on the Mets.
I'm a pretty laid-back guy, but I want to see the right things being done, and the right things are being done right now, so it's been really fun for me.
For Matt Harvey, 2017 was anything but fun. He suffered a number of injuries and had a 3-game suspension for violating team rules. He's happy to have an off-season of training instead of constant rehabilitation as he tries to return to his former glory.
Going into this year, I strive to be better than I was before, and there's no reason why I can't. I mean, I'm still 28 years old, and there's a lot left in the tank, and I'm ready to go.
His manager is trying to ease some of the pressure for Harvey, saying he doesn't have to be some kind of superhero.
He was labeled the Dark Knight. He might never be the Dark Knight again, but the Mets don't need him to be that. His teammates in there don't need him to be the Dark Knight and the guy he used to be. We need the best version of who Matt is today.
As you can imagine, with the start of spring training, there were plenty of smiles down here in Port St. Lucie, but for at least one Met, his thoughts were 92 miles to the south of us, where the tragic high school shooting really hit home. Reliever Anthony Swarzak, the horrific events really hit home. He was raised in Broward County, competed against Stoneman Douglas High School. His older sister graduated from there, and so has some of his cousins. So to see the images and hear the accounts of what happened really affected him.
I think that when stuff like this happens, you start to think, well, you know, it's never going to happen here. When it happens so close to home and your phone's getting text messages and phone calls of people actually involved and affected by this, you know, it's a scary, scary thing. It's humbling. It really is. It's scary, and it's a time to take a step back and reflect on what's important in our lives, and that's family.
Anthony Swarzak, not the only major leaguer affected by the tragic school shooting. Chicago Cubs' Anthony Rizzo left their spring training in Arizona to head back to Parkland to offer some support to his former high school. He also tweeted, Parkland and Coral Springs, please stay strong. This is out of control, and our country is in desperate need of change. We'll have much more from Mets spring training coming up later on at 6 o'clock. But for now, reporting live from Port St. Lucie, Otis Livingston, back to the studio.
Okay, Otis, thanks so much.